Virtuosity is a 1995 American science fiction film directed by Brett Leonard, starring Denzel Washington, Russell Crowe, Kelly Lynch, and William Forsythe.
In this high-tech crime prevention facility, one man has been recruited to play a simulated game. The objective, to hunt down the ultimate virtual reality killer, Sid 6.7. There's only one problem. The computer changed the program. Now, he's in the real world.
He's interactive.
On your knees, now!
He doesn't enjoy the game unless he's playing against his favorite opponent, and that's me.
From the director of Lawnmower Man.
He's recreating mass murders.
So you're saying Sid's a copycat?
Sid 6.7 is intent on improving the original.
Denzel Washington.
Just because I'm carrying around the joy of killing your family inside me doesn't mean we can't be friends.
Virtuosity.
Game over.
Johnny, this was your fault.
This night has already been so long.
Oh, yeah. I would like to point out that we are watching this movie because, and reviewing this movie because Johnny makes terrible life choices.
They're not wrong.
So, Johnny, why did you put us through Virtuosity?
I don't know. I don't know anymore. I figured you deserved it.
You had it coming, John. That's why.
You bought this ticket. You should have known what you were getting into. This one I'd seen once before. I saw it pop up again. It was free on YouTube, so that's an easy sell for me. And I just like, let's try it out. Let's see what happens. I was okay with this movie. I had fun watching this. I was like, this is comical. I think people had fun making this movie. Cool.
Well, at least one person had fun making this movie. More on that later. Coleman, what is Virtuosity about?
Virtuosity is about Denzel Washington being a really good actor in a really shitty movie.
How did I get here?
It's supposed to be a look into the future, even though a bunch of the technology was the modern day technology at the time. They didn't even update the tech. And it's about basically Denzel is a prisoner that they utilize to go into a VR program to figure out how to basically train cops. And the guy that programmed the bad guy in the virtual reality world made him up of a conglomeration of serial killers for reasons, and he apparently wants to see people die and gets talked into making his VR creation a real person. And he comes out and kills people, and Denzel has to catch him. That's the movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's
fine.
This movie made me realize why Denzel wins all the awards, because he had to put up with so much bullshit in his early career. It's just like he was acting his ass off, taking this ridiculousness seriously. Yeah, this was a $30 million budget. It made $24 million at the box office. So this might be one of Denzel's least well-performing films of all time. This movie also made me realize that the 90s had no idea what technology was going to be in 10 years, because this is supposed to be set in 1999. They thought that.
They were, oh my god.
4
years in the future, we're going to have nanotech robots that we can put artificial intelligence into, and it's going to be your future. I was like, oh, wait, they really were. I didn't realize they were forecasting 4 years out. I was like, this could have been a fun thought experiment for 50 years down the road, maybe. And they just had, the limitations of their modern day stuff. And fine.
Again, outside of Denzel's performance, the rest of the movie, the future, everything they did, the visuals in this movie, everything were terrible. Russell Crowe, I guess, did okay for what he's supposed to be.
Russell Crowe had the most fun making this movie.
No one
I
had
don't think
more
Russell
fun on
Crowe
set than
has
Russell
fun
Crowe.
though.
No?
Russell Crowe.
My understanding is Russell Crowe is not a fun-loving guy.
Yes, you are the asshole.
Well, he was in this. He must have been. They just must have given him a truckload of nose candy and just like,
yeah.
This is your character arc. Put
That
your
little-
face in it.
That
Go.
little samurai move where you get to see his ding dong between his legs. Yeah.
They CGI'd that in later. I know Russell Crowe doesn't have anything, but no. I mean, it is one of the least stupid nanotech movies. Like, when any sci-fi is just like, it's nanotech or magnets, I'm like, oh, fuck you. You know, like, I'm out right then and there. No, I mean, it's profoundly stupid. Like, okay, so nanotech people, right? But then, like, you could shoot them and make them leak, but then they eat glass and they're okay?
Oh, yes. Not just, they're like literally off the dashboard chewing on glass. So I was like, yeah. That's the one scene I did remember. I was like, that's hilarious. Yeah.
Or Sid, a.k.a. What is it? Sadistic, dangerous. No, sadistic, intelligent, dangerous. That's what Sid stands for.
I did not know that.
Didn't look that closely. I was just busy enjoying the ride.
Oh my god, what a ride. Yeah. Yeah, it's the character arc is he is a program that is programmed to be the worst of the worst because of serial killers for no reason at all, his creation. I guess so it was a cop training program?
Right. It was like a game. So here you have Sid, this artificial intelligence serial psychopath, basically, and he has an entire catalog of all the serial killers and crazy people and madness that ever existed in humanity. And the idea is one of those people happened to be this serial killer, this psychopath political terrorist who also took out Denzel character's family in the process, and took his arm from the explosion.
His arm.
It's just sort of, he's missing the arm, and then he shoots the news crew, and then he's in prison, and they try and beat him. It's great, and the technology's in his arm, and he uses it to defuse a bomb, and it's like, that's so absurd. This is the worst. It's great.
Oh, you say it out loud, it gets so much dumber.
Oh my god.
And it's just like, you know, even pulling Denzel out of it, like the concepts and the presentation is like, they tried. They really did try.
They used a box TV and a freaking DVD player.
Oh man.
And I'm pretty sure they were loading those like AI cartridges through an 8-track player. So, you know,
yeah, they couldn't even go, I bet there's cooler technology for screens and like ways to watch things in the future than the exact technology we have right now.
I mean, okay, to be fair to Johnny though, you can't say you're ever bored in this. I had a blast with this movie. Like, it's so fucking stupid, but it's so great. Like, at one point, there's a UFC fight, like an actual UFC fight with like, but it's like a gang fight, and then but he's doing backflips off of different platforms just to splat on the ground to be distracting because he's a little kid. Like, so his whole thing is, and I don't. This doesn't make any sense because I'm sure that the creator of the program didn't program him to be a simp for Denzel's character. But he is. That's all he is there to do is just dance real pretty and twerk for Denzel the entire time. And it's just like, wait, what? Like, that has nothing to do with anything. Okay, fine. You want to kill people. Okay, you like the attention for killing people because you're this amalgamation. You're this, salsa of murder. Fine, I get that. But that all goes to the wayside.
Murder salsa.
He's just a simp. He's just trying to dance pretty for Denzel. He even helps him. He breaks him out of the car at one point. I'm like, wait, that doesn't make sense though.
No, because it's all the game. Yeah,
because he brought seeing Denzel brought that one serial killer, that one guy to the surface.
But everyone said, like, oh, he's in there, but he's probably not even a big deal in there. He's like the Charlie Manson and the Gacy one. I love that scene, too, where they're, like, going through the file, and the way that you know which serial killers are there, it's like this little horrible CGI'd Gacy with clown makeup. It's like, oh.
Go back. Matthew Ryan. Yeah. Gotta kill my family.
He's good, and all
adorable.
the heads are weaving in. This is just great.
Yeah.
And the expression on Russell Crowe's face through the entire thing, this like little smirk, like it's just creepy. It's just like, I'm creepy. I'm wearing a $150 suit. Woohoo! It's blue.
Oh my god!
I just murdered a guy for this.
This movie was 10 minutes long because he chewed up the rest of the reel. This showed me that he should never have been cast as the Joker, and rightfully so, because that was, man, he was doing his best Cesar Romero during this entire movie.
Fuck you, Parker. I am made of everything. I am the future. And you're losing your sense of humor.
It was just entertainment. It was fun to watch. It was fun to watch the absurdity. Be like, hey, that looks like tech from other movie I saw that happened to be by the same director, Lawnmower Man. At least that CGI and special effects belonged here.
Yeah.
Because that made more sense. It's like, here's this virtual reality character that lives in a computer on the screen, and then it's just the behavior in the screen is just, it was, I don't know. I thought it was hilarious. It's too funny, and he's like conspiring with the programmer to like switch out the bits, so the other tech guy thinks he's getting the hot chess player, but nah. Sorry, bud. That's not happening.
The hot chest. What a nerd wank that was.
Here's some Russell Crowe ass for you.
Jesus. She's hot and she can beat you at chest. Boing.
What the fuck was the alien pod about that he had to fucking come out of?
I mean, didn't you know that's how nanotech's supposed to go?
Yeah.
But apparently you have an alien whatever pod that creates nanotech people.
Well, see, it makes its own growth chamber cocoon, so naturally aliens and nanotech are like really they're the same thing. Didn't you read Scientology? Seriously.
Did you read Scientology? I read the whole book of Scientology.
I read the whole thing of Scientology.
I don't remember that part.
That was them literally like going on the aliens backdrop set and stealing that at night as a dare and bringing it to their movie.
They went over to the aliens like costume guys like, we need this but bigger.
It's a different kind of movie. No one will notice.
Like Ridley Scott's. It's like, what the fuck are you doing here? He's like, no, I'm Tony Scott. I'm the brother. Like, look, it's Denzel. He's in all my other films. Like, okay, give him the fucking egg, I guess. It's like, what?
Denzel didn't have all bad films back then, though. He had a lot of good films then, too. I was actually really surprised that he was in this turd.
Well, the thing is, it starts out strong, and it had me. They fucking fooled me so bad because I thought it was a good movie for a second. The opening scene was cool. It was almost like kind of Christopher Nolan-esque, right? Like in the sushi thing, and they're like all programmed to like eat, but they're not quite eating. And I'm like, wow, this is really weird. Like, this is cool. I like where this is going. And then Denzel goes to the prison where there's just constant confetti. It's the party prison. And I'm like, oh, no. Joke's on me. I'm the asshole. Okay, never mind. Okay, I'm in. I got it.
Yeah, and that one line, I mean, it's funny how far, like, you don't have to go that far back to find stuff that's just so not currently PC. So in the prison before the fight starts, and the guy yells, "Who wants dark meat?"
Oh, well, giving
God.
a high, yeah. Oh my God.
You can't get away with that kind of shit now.
Well, they had to make him completely unlikable, right? And it's just like, oh. But I really liked, I mean, one of the things that this movie showed me that I really enjoyed that I didn't know that I enjoyed was Denzel with dreads. He looked bomb with dreads. And then and then they just made him, Dad Washington, like in the rest of his films. They cleaned him up. Although he does super punch a window. Superman punch a window, and I laughed till I pissed. Like, that was the best, because he's like running from the cops. He's like, I'll get your daughter, and then he starts running from the cops, and they're shooting at him, and no one can hit him, of course. Which even the Sid thing that's programmed to kill things can't hit Denzel ever, but Denzel's constantly shooting him, and he's like coming purple all the time. It doesn't matter. But yeah, so he's running away from all these cops, and then it just goes to this front thing, and he Superman punches right through one of those thick ass like bank glass window, like glass walls. And I was just like, best fucking movie ever. Like, you did it. This is, and thank you, Johnny.
He's saving the daughter, played by who?
Like Kelly Cuoco, or however.
Kelly Cuoco, yeah,
from Ishtar.
Oh, is she in that too?
No.
I don't think she was born yet for that shit.
No, probably not. Yeah, I did look her up right away, the daughter, because she did look familiar. I'm like, oh, I bet this is someone now, and it totally was. I thought it was Elizabeth Olsen, but yeah, it turned out to be the what is it? How I Met Your Mother. What show is she in?
Yeah. No. Big Bang Theory.
Bazinga? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Big Bang Theory.
Yeah.
Tracy Lords, the former porn star, is
yes.
a DJ that just has to like put her hands above orbs to make music, because that's what the 90s thought that music was gonna be.
So it was a bunch of like high-tech theremins is how you make music. Again, box TV and DVD player, but all music is made on super crazy high-tech theremins where you just wave your hands over the top of the things, and
then you can record a symphony of terrified people screaming.
Which was a cool scene, I had to say.
I think that was fine for me. I was like, he's a crazy person. I'm down with this. Okay.
Those period piece like films, they try to at least put like some cardboard on a car to make it look more futuristic. No, it was like all 1994, like Dodge sprees and shit. I'm like, what the hell? They didn't even try. Like, this doesn't look futuristic at all.
Yeah, well, and it's supposed to kind of look futuristic in some ways, and then the one line where she's like, how did you know where he was? And he goes, oh, the smiley face on the building. People used to sign off their emails with that. Like, it was so long ago that people used to sign off their email with a smiley face, and that's what gave it away. Now there's emojis. So
yeah, little do we know, that was the most prophetic thing in the entire movie, that people use emojis still to this day.
Yeah.
20 years after this movie is set in the future.
Right.
It's adorable. It's just the worst. Another fan of the show, William Forsythe, is in here as well. Just kidding. He doesn't know we exist. But he gets bludgeoned to death with a pipe. That sucked, but he was fun. This is one of his lesser fun roles. He wasn't complaining about his thin dick like he was in Deuce Bigalow.
Too small, it's too thin, okay? My dick is too thin. I got a thin dick!
Or he wasn't dressed like a crazy person like in Flat Top and Dick Tracy, but he was here. William Forsythe's that guy that you just plug and play in anything. That's why he does like 3 movies a year to this day, where it's just like, you have a dramatic role, throw him in an action role. You want him to be funny and talk about his thin dick looking like a kickstand if you paint it silver. Okay, he could do that too. So it was a good seeing him.
It felt overacted across the board, minus Denzel.
Yeah.
Everyone else's part was completely overacted.
It's funny how Russell Crowe's career has really come full circle, because he started out batshit crazy, I guess, did a bunch of like Oscar-winning roles, and now he's plays like a fat guy in a car where he's just like gets cut off, so he has to on the freeway, so he has to kill a family or something. So he's back to like B movies. So it's good to see, at least his life has a character arc. It's unfortunate that he's probably going to die of diabetes pretty soon, but he had a good run.
Diabetes.
Oh my god. The same guy who played Gladiator.
William Fichtner. That's one of your favorites, Johnny.
Wait, what?
William Fichtner?
William Fichtner. He's in like everything that's good. Grimy corporate guy in this.
Oh, this guy.
Yes, I saw Fichtner in there, and I was like, God, I wish he had more scenes. We gotta cover a movie where he's at least like the lead supporting actor.
Is there one?
Oh, the best Fichtner role ever is Go, and I've already done a cult of films on it, where he's selling Amway to Scott Wolf and Jay Moore, and he's trying to proposition them and shit. Yeah.
I could do aerobics over here and you wouldn't feel it.
I bet I wouldn't.
So, Zach, would you say you're open to new things?
He played opposite Nick Cage in the one where he's the accountant in that movie. You know what I'm talking about?
William Fichtner and Nick Cage. I mean, why aren't we talking about that movie? Why are we talking about this piece of shit?
Because I think that one made money.
Oh.
He's one of those guys whose name I never know.
Yeah.
You just recognize him as like the poor man's Kevin Bacon.
As Kevin Bacon. He was in like the movie. I think the movie I remember him the most from is Black Hawk Down. Like he plays one of the Delta Force special ops guys. He just did a great job in that role, and he's fun to watch in any movie. But I definitely want to see him in a more central role. And I think the drive, is it the drive angry? Is the angry driving? Is something Nicolas Cage? He's angry and he's driving, and that's the
John in 60 Seconds.
No, not that one. That's the one where it's him.
Gotta get Eleanor.
Angelina Jolie.
The bees. Oh no, another Nick Cage movie.
Yeah, but yeah, something where Nick Cage is angry and he's driving a car, and this guy plays the accountant, and he's like the soul collector for the devil or something.
Perfect. William Fichtner was in a movie in 2010 called Forehead Titties. So yeah, I mean, we got some work to do.
Oh, I was right. It is called Drive Angry.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. You got it.
That's the one.
And his name is the accountant in the movie. You got it. Yeah.
Oh,
perfect. He was great. The movie that just came out, well, it was 2017, that I just watched him in was Hot Summer Nights, which was so good. He just plays super coked out guy. Fantastic. He still got it.
Oh, and he's in my favorite movie of all time.
What?
Crash.
Yeah. He's got range. He's like a William Forsythe with a slightly thicker dick.
I got a thin dick!
John has seen them both. Personally.
No one calls him Kickstand. They call him Beer Can. Anything else about Virtuosity that we want to... See how we're talking about everything else other than this movie?
So, reasonably, you could assume that no, there's nothing else to talk about Virtuosity. Now, do you guys recommend it? John, do you recommend this movie to anybody?
I would recommend a super cut of Russell Crowe's batshit craziness. Like, it is, you think you know Russell Crowe, you don't know shit. Go watch Virtuosity, and he's playing Nick Cage. He's playing real life Nick Cage in this.
Mm-hmm. And Nick Cage may have done this role better, but Crowe did good.
Vampire's Kiss level weird thing that Russell Crowe was doing in this, and but I would argue that like Nick Cage's performances when he's doing the crazy Nick Cage thing, like kind of ramps up the movie or like amplifies it a little bit. Where I think that Virtuosity had a chance to be a decent movie. Yes, the nanotech like angle's dumb and we've seen it a million times, but this came out in 1995, so we've only seen like 30 movies at this point talking about nanotech, so it was still relatively new. But it was just like every time he was on, like they were trying to build like a sandcastle, and then Russell Crowe was that one dick kid at the beach that just ran around kicking the sandcastle every time you get it done. And you're like, oh, this was almost great. Now it's just a pile of shit again. Now I gotta build it. And then he's back. So it's either watch it either as a fun Russell Crowe piece by itself, or like try to watch it as a good Denzel movie. But it's both, unfortunately, and it doesn't work that way. So no, I don't think I would recommend it.
Yeah, whatever, Russell Crowe. Yeah. I would say I recommend it to someone that wants to see the fact that Denzel is one of the greatest actors of all time. And even if you put him in a pile of shit,
he's infallible.
With the sandcastle kick and Russell Crowe.
Have such an amazing performance, even just surrounded by ridiculousness. So, I don't recommend it to anybody to actually watch it. Just, go, if you're a fan of Denzel, see him do his thing.
You know, I take this back. I recommend this for white guys that work out and do kung fu in the mirror. That's who should watch this.
So, guys that row boats.
Exactly. Johnny?
I just love that. Like, if you want to see Denzel Washington standing in a burning pile of garbage, acting his way out of it, watch this movie.
Yeah.
Denzel Washington.
That's reality for you.
Because justice needs a new program, and so do we. And so do you all watching this. You need a new program to watch other than us just shit on Virtuosity. So why don't you go ahead, while you're here, click the thumbs up button. Tell all your friends that we talk about movies other than this. Don't tell people about this episode. Tell them about other episodes. Follow us on the podcasting sites. Leave comments there. Leave comments here on the video. Coleman Yeti, where can everyone find you?
Well, first off, comment below that Johnny does not get to pick our movies anymore.
Johnny's on timeout.
And you can find me at Coleman Yeti on Instagram and Twitter, and on the channel Cascade Backcountry, occasionally going on fun adventures, and right here on the Cult of Film.
Johnny, Mr. Man, where can everyone find you? Nanotech Mulligans.
After this one, don't find me. Just don't find me. I'm not there. You can find me here. I'm hanging out at Cult of Films. And you can find me on Twitter at Commander_Hamilton. That's CMDR_Hamilton. It's a nerd thing. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Yeah, someone that likes this movie definitely has a Twitter name like that. You can find me right here on at the Cult of Films. Also at John the Host, if you want to just talk about other things, other movies. Although, why would you want to? Because that's all I really talk about anyways. Gentlemen.
Please blow up Johnny's Twitter with what you think of this movie.
You'll be screaming into the void. It's fine.
Actually, just pictures of Russell Crowe's ass. Like, please make that a thing. I'll even start the ball rolling. I just want to see it.
I hate
yes.
the internet life.
It's wonderful. I'll give you his home address. You could actually send like hard copies of Russell Crowe's ass.
Right.
God, that's gonna be an awkward conversation.
It's another ass picture. Oh,
honey, what's this? I swear to God.
Waiting there for the sweet release of death. All right. What's a good sign off for Virtuosity?
I want to play.
All right. Weird. Bye.